So today we're going to have a look at creating a basic RPG game. I've got one that I've made here in PyCharm, and it's about 75-80 lines of code. And let's run it and just see what happens. So I've got a prompt here asking me what my name is, so the user can type in their name. So I've got my health, and then saying I'm walking through the forest and I encounter an enemy. Do you want to fight the enemy? If I type in yes, it's going to tell me the enemy's health, how much they attack me for, what my health is, how much I attack their health, and we kind of have this battle between the two characters there. And then the enemy has died. It tells me my kind of remaining health, and then we can carry on, and we can carry on playing the game, as it were, like that. But that's what we're going to have a look at doing today. So I've just got a new program here, so I'm just going to start by printing out welcome to the game, and I'm just going to get the name of the user. I'm going to assign it to this name variable. I'm going to use adventurer. What is your name? And then I'm going to assign. I'm going to give the player 100 hit points, as it were, to begin with, and then let's just print out using an F string their kind of health, as it were. So we could say in here name apostrophe s health is, and then it's player health. And then remember to have the same. If we've got started with a double quote, should end with a double quote. Let me just run that just to test that, to see if that is working. Venture, what is your name? Pete. Pete's health is 100. Okay, good. So we've just kind of, this is just kind of the intro to the game here. I'm just going to put it all together. Just kind of setting. This is the kind of initial bit. I then want to kind of start the game and give them some option to encounter an enemy, as it were. So encounter first enemy. So I'm going to print something like, let's make this an F string again. Name is walking through the forest and encounters an enemy. Okay. I'm then gonna give them a choice, so whether they want to fight the enemy or not. So let's just call this variable choice. Do you want to fight? And then give them the two options, yes or no. Okay. Let's just run this and just check that I haven't broken anything, or there's no bugs in what I'm doing so far. It's always good just to check. Do you want to fight the enemy? Yes or no. So I can type in here yes, and nothing's happening at the moment. So we want to say if the choice is equals to yes, then we're gonna fight the enemy here. Okay. Let me do the next one. Elif, the choice is no. Now, usually there's some kind of penalty in RPG games for running away and not fighting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the player's health and I'm going to half it. So I'm going to take player health equals player health divided by 2, and then I'm just going to print out. I'm actually going to copy this line here, make sure I've tabbed it in the same indentation. I might just want to give them a prompt, say your health is halved because you ran away. Okay, right, let's just add a comment for this. This is for running away. I've not done the fighting the enemy yet. So let me just test this out, the no bit on it. Oops, indentation expected. It's because I left this. I didn't write a line of code here, and you need to always have something if you've got a if then L or LF or something. Yes. Oh, here. So if I type no now, your health is half because you ran away. Pete's health is 50. Oh, so it's interesting. It has converted it into a float there, which is good because say if my health was actually like 99 and I wanted it to, it's going to halving it is going to create a decimal number. So I'm just going to leave that as it is for now. I'm going to have a look now at what we need to do here to kind of fight the enemy, as it were. I'm just going to refer back to my code that I did before. Not that I want to do exactly the same, but we've just want to check that I'm making sure I'm doing the right thing. So I need to fight the enemy, or I need to set the enemy's health, and then think about their kind of their attack, as it were. So we are going to create a variable called enemy health. Let's make it nice and easy. Let's just call it 10. It's quite a low number, and then let's print out. I'm actually going to use this again. I'm not going to have the name here. I'm going to say enemy's health is, instead of player health here, it's going to be enemy health. And then let's just say they attack first. So we need to kind of give some kind of value, make some variable that's going to be their attack. So it could be enemy attack. Now let's just make that 5 for now. And then we need to kind of subtract the enemy attack from their kind of player health. So we're going to say player health equals player health, take away enemy attack. And let's print that. Actually, let me use this one here. Make sure the indentation. Enemies attack is, and this is going to be the value for their attack here, and then we subtract that from the player health, and then we need this line about the player's health, what they can receive. Right, let's just test this out and see how it is. Okay. Do you want to attack? Do you want to fight? Yes. Okay, enemy's health is 10, enemy's attack is 5, Pete's health is 95. Okay, so we've got that they attack. I might change this from enemy attack is enemy attacks 4, and then that value there, and then the kind of health. I also will want to attack. So up here we've got player health. Let me also create a player attack. Eyes are going to be a bit stronger. Let's call as 8, and then we want to do the same thing here. We're going to say enemy health equals enemy. Oh no. Yes, enemy health subtract player attack. Okay, and then we want to include this one here, to just show what their enemy health is after we have attacked them. Again, I'm just going to run this. So yes. Okay, so the enemy's attack is 10. So the health is 10. They attack for 5. That's my health. Then enemy's health is 2. Oh, I didn't say in here that what it is that I am attacking for. So I need to say something like name attacks for, and then it's going to be player attack, and then we've got their their health being displayed. Yes. Okay. So attacks for 8, enemy's health is 8. So what we want to do is we want to kind of say, so this is the kind of the attack bit. We kind of want to say whilst the enemy health, or I guess the player health, is greater than 0, so they're alive, then we're going to do this. But if it drops below that, then we want to kind of stop. So we're going to use our condition control loop while. So I'm going to say while enemy health is greater than 0. Let's just do this. Then they're not going to be able to attack me for any greater amount than that. Then it won't run this elif loop after that. So I'm just going to print a line just at the bottom, just to test that my code has my code has worked. U1, something like that. So then this should be the kind of end of game. This line down here, if this all works. So let's just run it and test it all out. Okay. Yeah, I do want to. Okay, right. So enemy's health is 10. Attacks for 5. Yeah, 8. Enemy's health is 2, which is this line here. It then repeats enemy health is here. So actually, maybe I'll take that line out because I don't want to repeat myself there. So we know their health is 2. They then attack for another 5. My health is then 90. I attack for 8, and their health is then -6. Okay, well, that won't actually print. And then we had the U1 line. Good. Okay, so that all works. That all works nicely. It breaks out of this loop when the enemy health drops below 0 right here. So I've kind of set the enemy attack here. In fact, I'm going to take this out of the while the condition control loop here, just because it doesn't need to be, and it doesn't need to keep looping around. And actually, I think 5's a bit boring. I want to make it a random number. I don't want it to always be 5. Maybe it's 2. Sometimes they attack. In RPG games, often, depending on the roll of the dice, you might get a higher or lower number. So to do that, we're going to need to import a library. Now, I had a couple of libraries that I'd imported here, random and time. So random is going to be my first library that I want to import, and I'm going to set the enemy attack to a random. So this is the library I'm going to use, random, and it's going to be a random integer. I'm going to open my brackets, and it's going to be between, let's just say, 2 and 7. Okay, so anything 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 should be what it attacks for now. Let's just test this out, just to check that it all works. Do I want to attack? Yes. Okay, so 10. Okay, good. So the enemy attacks for 2 here. So 98. I attack for 8. So yeah, they attack for 2 again. Okay, and I attack for 8 each time, and I won. Right. That both times then it was 2. So I do just want to test that again. Okay, good. Now this time the enemy attacked for 7, and it also attacked for 7 that time as well. Let me just run this a third time and say, oh, I think I have figured. Before I've even ran it again, I think I've worked out what the problem is. Attacks for 2, attacks for 2. Okay, right. So actually, I've taken this line of code out of the condition control loop here, so it's just set at the beginning. If I wanted it to just be that's the set amount for the fight, that's fine. I could leave it there. But actually, I want the attack to randomly change its value each time. So I'm going to put that inside the condition control loop. So now, when I run it, you should see that. So attacks for 2. attacks for 7 that time. It's interesting it's just 2 or 7. Let me just test it again, see if we get any other numbers. Enemy attacks for 7. Enemy attacks for 5. Okay, good. So that is working. And I could do the same for the player attack. So I had here the player attack. I'm going to take it out of here. And again, I'm going to put it inside the condition control loop. Let's make this also a random number. So rand int. I want to make it quite powerful. Let's say my lowest is going to be 5 and maximum is going to be 15. So that will kind of work. Let's just double check that works. Yes. Okay. Enemies attacks for 6. Peter attacks for 11. Okay, and a 1. So that's good. So my first attack completely killed the enemy. So let's have a look at making it a little bit more complicated. We're about 35 lines of code so far. And I want to kind of keep cycling around and asking again, maybe there's another encounter, kind of I want to check, and do you want to fight or something like that. So let's just add here a while true loop, and then why is that not working? Let me scroll down. That's annoying. Actually, I don't want that to be part of it. And then when are they gonna break out of it? Let's just leave it like this for now, and let's just test it out. So yes. Okay, good. So I've attacked. I've got health of 94. And it's asking me again, do you want to fight again? Yes. So good. So enemies attack for 5, which 94 take away 5 is giving me 89. Good. So I could keep fighting. Kind of, you can see my health dropping. If I did no here, it's health half. So good. That's where the decimal is good for it to come in. I can keep going no, no. Okay, yes. So look, you can see now I'm on negative numbers. So I also want to add in here. So not only while the enemy health is greater than 0, but I also need to say or the player health, or player health yes is greater than 0. So now it should, when I run it, if I try and kind of quickly half my health to make a fight. Okay, I'm on minus 3.7. Oh, so I should have. I think it's because if I now fought. Oh no, it keeps looping back around. Because this player health is only working here. I should have also added while the player health is greater than 0. Only if they're kind of alive do I want them to be able to do this. Okay, let's just test this out. No. Oops. Yes. Okay, good. Attacks for 5. So even though I had negative health here at the end, I still managed to do an attack, a life-saving attack perhaps. Something else that you might have noticed, that I had imported the time library into my game. And what that does enable me to do is kind of sleep or pause. So I could do something like this, add in this time.sleep, and whatever value's in here, it's going to pause for that amount. So now when I run it, it will give me a pause before. So it's kind of adding a little bit of drama into the game, as it were. So I could just add a few more kind of these dotted around, just you know, as the kind of game goes along, it just makes it pause, so you give them the chance to read what it is, you know, that's going on. I could even add, you know, in here I could add a sleep. Oh, it's going on forever now. I've broken it somehow. Oh no, that's because my health is 40. I must have done whilst the player health is greater than 0. Yeah, but the enemy's health shouldn't. What have I done to break it? While enemy health is or player health is 0. Let me just refer back to the one that I made earlier, which was a little bit more complicated. Oh, I used and instead of or. Okay, so here my logic was that if either of these are you know, greater than 0, then we're going to do this. But actually, it should be or, I believe. Let's just check that out. Again, always good to run your code, check it out, do a bit of debugging. Let's just test this just to check that it works. I'm continuing to attack. I didn't say that the enemy died, but that's okay. So we've got a very basic game here. I haven't created any functions yet though. I've got about 43 lines of code, but you can see it's kind of growing organically. Let me go back to my one that I made earlier so you can have a look at what I've got. So I've got my libraries. I've then got a main game function here. I've set my player health, and then the intro, very similar to what I did there. I chose to have 3 kind of encounters here, so I put 3 here, and then I've created this function here, encounter enemy, and I'm plugging in the name and player health variables, and I'm going to get back the player health because obviously that's going to be you know, subtracted from things. Let's have a look at the encounter enemy now. So, well, true. Do you want to fight the enemy? Oh, this is something that I didn't include. That is important. So when I run the code, I have to stop that again and run it. Connected service. So if I'd have typed capital YES, then it wouldn't have processed it, because at the moment I've said if the choice is exactly equals to yes. Now I could say in here, or choice is equals to yes, or something like that, but actually there could be quite a few different ways that they might write yeah or something else in there, or YES, all capitals. So what we can do is we can write after the input dot lower. It's an inbuilt function, and what it will do is it will convert whatever the input is for this variable here. It will automatically convert it to lowercase. So then that should negate any time that they don't use a capital letter at the beginning or something like that. So capital letter, yeah, it still counts as this lowercase one here. Let me just check the no as well. Yeah, okay, that still works. So sorry, where was I? Up to the encounter enemy. Do you want to fight? So yes, I do. So then we've got another function in here called the fight enemy function, where again I'm plugging in the player health and the name, and they're getting back the player health. And if they don't, then again, yeah, we have to. Oh, I did convert it to an integer there. Might be something to think about. So let's have a look at the fight enemy function. This is the kind of the nitty gritty of it. So we've got the player health and the name. So we're setting the player health, the enemy health here. We then say, yep, if the enemy health and the player health is greater than 0. So we're going to do this attack bit here. And very similar to what I did there, we're going to say the enemy health, we're going to then say how much they attack for, we're going to subtract it. And then here, I checked if the player dies, because remember at this point the player might die, and then therefore they don't get another attack. Then we're just going to print out that they've died, and then we're going to exit. But if they're not, if the player health is more than 0, then we're going to kind of continue on the fight, and then we're checking if the enemy health here is greater than 0 equals 0, and then they're going to die, and then we return the player health out of it. So it's just a way of breaking it up into functions there, but again very similar to what I did, just a way of creating a very simple and basic RPG game. I've imported a couple of libraries, random and time, and obviously you can build out how you'd want to, but yeah, very basic start to an RPG game there.